Alright, it looks like we have the green light, sir. Welcome. This is the Schmidtty Games block. We're going to play 5 games. 4 NES games first, Rescue Rangers, Contra, Castlevania, Kickmaster, and we're going to finish up with King's Bounty. With me in the booth is Aaron2U2, a fellow King's Bounty world record holder, and the mad lad who introduced me to the game.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, sir. And let's get started. Let's not waste any time here. So we're gonna start with Rescue Rangers because of the demo block. There's a couple of things that we're not gonna get to explain too well. So I'll just do that now, the little preface as it is. We have Rescue Rangers demo locked. It basically locks all the RNG in the game so that we can run it really fast. You're going to see a lot of damage boosts in this game, which is turning into getting hit so you bounce the right direction. And that's pretty much the short of it. Let's go ahead and get started here.
Alright, good luck.
Oh, that's not the way I wanted to start, but at least I didn't get hit. Let's get those nerves out right away, huh?
Right, you were talking about RNG lock. That's what that is, right? The demo, so there is no randomness that you weren't expecting.
That's right. Everything should be exactly the same every time. If you do the demo lock and you basically do the same things, you know? Having to follow up the blindfolded on a treadmill Pokemon is an unenviable task. That was an incredible run.
And yes, Shifty in chat. We were both Schmidty and I were watching you there at the end pretty intently, and it was a heck of a thing.
I almost just died. That was really close, dude.
Hey, you made it. I mean, there's a lot of, one heart strategies in this?
Yeah, many. We're going to take a lot of damage in this run. This run is an edge of your seat kind of a speed run. That's why it's going to be hard for me to explain certain things. Here's the dishwasher boss. Alright.
Need to get one of those for my home.
Right. I have a dishwasher, but it's not really a boss. Alright, the story of this game is the Rescue Rangers go out on a call to help a pet or something. But it's really just a ploy so that Fat Cat can kidnap Gadget. Which is a really dumb idea because Gadget is kind of a really broken character.
Yeah, she's pretty insane when you see some of the stuff she can do later.
Yeah. Or is already doing, like, right now. We're gonna get a taste of it at the end of this level. After that first level... Whoops. I messed that up. We're fine, though. After that first level, Fat Cat told us he kidnapped Gadget.
Well, it was nice of him to reveal his plan.
Yeah, right. One of the main demo lock bosses is this one, the spaceship boss. This fight without demo locking this game is an absolute nightmare. But that's level 2. And after this level, you see a flash of Gadget, who has made a cell phone from her prison cell. Already.
Yeah, and cell phones didn't really even exist at this time. It was kind of remarkable.
Damage. We're gonna take a lot of damage in this level. Damage. Oh boy. Alright.
That looked a lot closer than I think it was supposed to be.
Yeah. You ain't kidding. Edge of your seat, kind of a speed run. More damage coming. Thank you. Got them all. I'll take it. And we dropped into the hole. Nice. I just can't get that right, so we'll just wait. Because I don't want to die right there.
That's what we call marathon safety, I believe.
Yeah. So is this right here. Alright, we're gonna fight the robot boss. Take that, nice and safe too.
The difference between nice and safe and what you might do full blown in the speedrun isn't very different, because this thing is so precise and marked down to like frames everywhere.
Yeah, and really, like, I'm not even super great at this game. Like, if I'm being totally honest about it, like, I'm only like 87th or something with my time.
You're supposed to pretend like you're the best because you just assume nobody else knows better, right?
Maybe. Oh no. Oh no. We're in trouble. This whole level's timing just got screwed, so I gotta do this the hard way. Okay. I'll burn 3 seconds to not die foolishly. That works.
Yes, again, a marathon safety. That's,
Yeah.
that's what we say, right? Every time.
Give me those safety strats, man. I'll take them. On to one of my favorite levels, Zone G. Great music here.
G is for good music.
Oh no, I took the bottom route. Alright, we're gonna take the noisy route just to annoy our parents.
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
I am gonna take the revenge bomb because, well, I'm gonna fail at the revenge bomb because I tried. But I hate these in this game. They are awful.
There's a lot of people that will tell you bees are like necessary for life, but they're all liars. They just hold bee supporters. We all know what bees really are.
I mean, in reality, bees are great. In certain video games, bees are awful. Nuggets boss. He throws chicken nuggets at us. Or gold coins. I mean, whichever. But I just call him the Nuggets boss.
I prefer Nuggets Boss too.
Yeah. Alright, so we got to Zone G. This is basically where Gadget is. And guess what? We're gonna hit her in the face with some flowers, and she's good with it. She also built a rocket ship. And told us...
Well, I like to think the rocket ship is powered by the flowers.
It might be. It might be. One of my favorite levels to play here, Zone H. A lot of precision stuff here.
The first level we see crabs. Get your crabs out in chat.
Yeah. Right. Pop there.
So have you put a lot of thought into what exactly that green stuff on the bottom is?
No. I just know that if I fell into it, I'd probably die too.
Because, I mean, did we rocket to another planet? Are we on the moon? Exactly where did we land?
We landed in Fat Cat's super base. There's only 3 levels here. I don't know where we are, but it's not where we were. I don't think
Super
it's
short base.
I don't think that 1-up's gonna catch us. Oh, well, maybe it will now.
I hope you don't need that.
Nah, we're good. Have I died yet? I mean, if I haven't died yet, I have like 10 lives.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, after, in that little bonus screen after every level, I go up to that middle box and get an extra life.
Might as well, it's better than just sitting there.
Yeah. Ooh, little quick jump sequence there. Here's our last appearance from Zipper. Zipper is OP, makes us invincible, and seeks and destroys.
Probably the only game I can recall where you want to see flies.
Yeah. Oh, we got Quick Caterpillar. So far, so good. You guys ready to hear one of the best songs on the NES? I'm ready.
Zone J for Hot Jams.
Yes, sir. NES classic.
It's a level where nobody minds if you don't make it.
Yeah, right.
Alright, that was kind of the easy part. We got the axis coming up here, and this is where it gets the brutal challenge.
Here we go. Nice. Kill and despawn.
Alright, I always like to see that box thrown blindly and just take out the enemy off the screen.
That one actually kills too. Nice.
Here we go, Fat Cat telling us to don't smoke.
GG. 1028 Rescue Rangers. That's a good start, sir. Let's move on to Contra.
Yeah, pretty good time. GG's out in chat. Thank you very much, Schmidtty. And Contra, what's this game about?
Well, in this game we run and shoot. A lot. That is the sum of Contra. Contra is basically about two really bad dudes who get sent onto an island full of aliens and other people, and they basically wreck the place. The objective of the game is to destroy an alien infestation, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. I don't remember the exact story. One thing I do remember precisely are the names of the bosses in this game are just hilarious. In the J version, like.
You say you do remember them?
Well, so wow, I almost screwed that up. I do remember some of them. I don't remember exactly what they are because some of them are like 14 words. Oh god.
There we go. And it's the key to this game is to not getting hit, correct?
Yeah, it's one hit I die, so. And losing this current weapon that I have right now would be really, really bad stuff.
Yeah, that spread shot is just so incredibly good, especially in these screens where it can't spread out so far.
The big deal in the bases is really the rapid fire part of it. But the spread allows you to get some rhythm going like that, and basically turn it into an M.
Okay.
But without the rapid fire, like your shots will take almost 2 full seconds each to travel to the wall, and that's brutal. Oh, I'm getting nothing. As long as we don't die, right?
Right, just don't die.
That was alright, I'll take it.
Yeah, looking good to me. And I think the biggest obstacles are here is just having to get all the jumps right and not lose too much time to random enemy fire, right?
Yep. Waterfall is, for me, is a pattern jump section now, because I take a very safe route through here. Marathon safe. Back to that again, huh?
You can just say that for everything. It's great. I mean, some people can't even do marathon safe normally.
Takes so many fewer risks. It's also a good reason to bail out of a bad situation that I know is coming. Ooh, I thought I jump too early. We'll just wait that one out. Alright, we made it up the waterfall. Now we get to fight Gromedes. I remember his name.
What was that again? Gromedes?
Gromedes.
A name like that, he deserves to die.
Well, he's down. Pretty good. So far, so good on the Contra run here, huh?
Yeah, aliens trying to take over our world and give us all stupid names.
Not taking any chances here. Can't get any spread rhythm. That's right, though.
Just love it when the enemies jump right before they explode. Again, it's interesting to see whenever games do like a different sort of orientation in the middle of it. There's a few NES games like that, and I know that you run at least one other one like that, right?
Which one are you talking about?
Oh, TGL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, TGL changes from... Sorry. TGL changes from the overhead labyrinth to the flight sections, yeah. It's like a really radical change. Oh, I thought he was gonna shoot at me. I don't want to die, man.
We're all rooting for you. I think.
I think. Got it. Nice. Feeling good.
What do we got left? Is it 2 levels or 1 level?
4.
4?
Yep, this is Snowfield, the halfway point.
I feel like I should have known that.
It's alright. You don't really run this game, it's understandable. I am not taking this jump. That jump is death. I'll just wait. that jump right there is the 2-bomb jump's like a 3-frame window on a good day.
Hey, RNS, those are 2 letters we like, right?
Yes, sir. Whoa! Testing my reflexes here. Huh. One thing I realized earlier today, sorry, I had to blow that up, is that this block offers a multitude of ways to destroy your enemies.
Yeah, we had throwing giant marbles, and now it's, for the most part, spread shot here, although sometimes we just turn invincible and jump into things.
Headbutting time. Contra is guns. Castlevania, we're going to be whipping it. Kickmaster, we're going to be kicking it.
And King's Bounty is summoning giant legions of hobos.
Rampaging murder hobo stacks, yeah. On to Energy Zone. This is where I'm gonna die if I'm gonna die. It's probably gonna be here.
Good to know.
Not to self-curse myself, but Energy Zone is where runs die. Wow. I didn't get you, huh?
This game, it came out like 5 years ago. It would have been called Letters NRG Zone.
Yeah, probably. You ain't kidding. I'm gonna grab this B just to be safe about this whole little clip. There's a super cool trick that you can do through that part called the EXO. I've never been able to do it well. It's unfortunate. Headbutton time!
Alright, I like that you decided to be safe.
Yes, sir. I see what you did there.
Good point by chat. Schmidtty Games Block is something for everyone in the family.
Yes, it does.
Is this Kraid?
Kraid?
Or Krang, excuse me, from Ninja Turtles.
No, that's JJ.
Okay. Hello, JJ, or goodbye, JJ, I guess.
Yeah, we blew him. Oh, wow. Wow, did you see my whole shot get absorbed by that wall? That's awesome. What a turn of events. We're still okay. I'm in hangar, so we'll be fine. Got a little too casual on that shot. Grab that B just to be safe. I like that. We should have no trouble. Should have no trouble, really. Like, where I died is semi-inconsequential. We'll get an S right here, and we're right back in business.
Alright, thanks for that assessment.
Oh god. Hey. Fine, you want me to take it slow? Take it slow.
That was a pretty slick jump back there.
Thanks, sir. Oh god. Man, coming at me. It's coming at me, bro.
He's trying to be a hero.
Right? Not a bad Contra run so far, though. Definitely had worse.
But this is the last level, I do remember this.
Yeah.
Being invincible against the giant worm thing.
Yeah, the placement of that B just... I don't know. What were the programmers thinking, making the end boss that easy? One of the end bosses that easy?
Can't say, but it's interesting, you just kind of run through everything in this level.
Yeah.
Like, most of these enemies don't even pose a threat. Or at least not the way that you're playing.
Oh, I got it. It's alright.
Fighting the evil heart. This is the final boss, and let's see.
GG.
Got it. We got it. GG.
Right. 11-18 on the Contra run. Hey, hey.
Pretty good. And Earth has been saved from the alien threat. But now we have to go back in time to save it from the vampire threat.
Yeah. It's time for some Simon Belmont. Whip it into shape action here. We're gonna die. So I do know a couple of tricks for this game, actually. We're gonna try bat skip, bat crit, or bat boosted, bat crit, sorry. But I am not gonna do cave skip, and I'm gonna take level 3 really, really safe, because that is where this whole thing can go wrong for me. There's one failure contingency I cannot overcome, and it's in this game. So we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Alrighty. And you did say this is one of your newer speedruns, correct?
That's the newest one in this block. By about, what, 4 months?
I do remember the Castlevania tournament you were in.
I did okay. Nice. Bat boost.
Nice. This is a facet of marathon running that you always announce the tricks that you aren't going to do.
Yeah. There's a lot that I'm not going to do for this game. We missed back crit, but I don't really hit back crit very often, so that's okay. Level 2, we're going to do a lot of damage boosting around. That's kind of the theme of Castlevania, is just damage boosting through stuff. Honestly, the first time I saw this damage boost in this level, you'll see it coming up here with the Medusa heads. The first time I saw that, it was like my introduction to speedrunning, and like I almost pooped my pants because I remember how bad this level was to me when I was young, and I could not believe it was that easy. And then I never speedran this game for like 3 years after that point. I was always scared of this game, still, even though I saw the answers. But talk about freaking out, man. Like, that's possible? That's right up here.
And meanwhile, chat is talking about being excited for you doing this, and
awesome.
This game in particular. So good job.
It's glad to hear. Hopefully I don't let anyone down. This game is fairly historically hard, but I've learned some pretty good tricks for it, I feel like. I'm gonna have to jump.
Yeah, the iframes are just really useful in this, I think.
Yeah.
Just being able to take advantage of them both ways, enemies and you.
Absolutely. Pick up this 5 heart, throw 1, just cause. Don't really need it. Medusa's a pretty easy boss.
Didn't want to say anything until it was down after you said that.
Well, Medusa is fairly brain dead. Like, if you know the timing of the first holy water, she just never moves again, basically. That's sort of another theme of this game, is like holy water is really, really broken. And now it's this level.
Alright, this is the good music, right?
Yep, this is also the level that, like, drives fear into my soul. We are going to take the big whip here just to make this easier. Which is why I'm not doing cave skip, because I'm going to have big whip. Oh my god. That's a clinch moment, y'all.
Just pause right before that thing hits you.
I had to stop. It was either going to hit me or the holy water, and if I didn't move, not moving was like my best choice. That was one of the worst, like, possible things to see coming down, is that particular bone coming right in. Ouch.
Yes, unlike Rescue Rangers, this is not RNG minute.
Just hop over that one because it's safe too. Yeah, that bone really had my number, and I'm thankful for that holy water hitbox. Really saved my bacon.
Stage 9 is just kind of really long, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brutal, dude. Should be fine. We've got our doubler. Oh yeah, wrecked him.
Yeah, we got the wall chicken too.
Very good, very good.
And burning all those hearts as much as you can to save just a little bit of time there at the end.
Yeah, that's sort of been the big whip route for me. Just play it safe. The world record route through there is insane. Like, insane. I wish I could play this game that well. I need more time. You know what I mean?
I wish I could say so. I usually give up on runs that require this much time.
Yeah, this run is very, very, very optimized, and I'm not doing a lot of things that are still really dangerous for me. But we're not doing bad.
No, looking good so far.
Alright. Yeah, you're gonna see me take a really, really slow and conservative route through here, because I am not gonna get axed in this part of the game. So I should probably pick up one of these 5 hearts.
Yeah, this part of the game is for the birds.
Oh, I thought that was an axe, dude. Ah, please, my heart can't handle this. Okay, that counts. Whatever. Just let me in. I needed to hit him with holy water to spawn a doubler in here. There it is. And we pause buffer to manipulate that guy. And we should be good. I am no longer terrified. Yay.
Alright. So how many times have you you beat the Frankenstein and Fleaman guy there without the holy water?
Twice. Ever. That's why that's the contingency I couldn't overcome. Like, I practiced that for 2 days, I still couldn't do it. So I practiced the whole series before that to make sure I could, you know, be fine.
I guess you could call that the best or nothing sort of strategy.
I mean, it is what it is. That fight just plagues me without holy water. I mean, both the times I did it with an axe. And my problem after that was that it really wasn't the axe that caused me the problems. It was, like, dying and then ending up with a dagger, you know? Really?
Right. Dagger doesn't seem to be too interesting in this game.
This is fine. It's a bad death, but everything's going sideways right now, and I don't know why. Can you stop this, please? Thank you. I'll take my holy water back. Up we go. That was a bad death, but not a crushing one. No, 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 no. I'm just gonna walk up the stairs. Huh. Can you please? The joys of Castlevania.
Yeah, chat asking what happened. I think it was those Fleamen were both supposed to die on that red bone guy where you threw that, but for some reason it jumped it, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Not this time.
See, it's got me a little paranoid. I'm making sure, so... It's alright. Should be good. Gotta love the iframes in this run, dude. Wow, I have 18 hearts. Okay. I mean, I can stop with the hearts now. For real.
Start throwing holy water at everything.
I mean, I have 6 more hearts than I need for the rest of the stage.
Guess we could say grabbing them is called marathon safety.
Yep. Speaking of marathon safety, take care of that. Skip the wall meat because we should be good. This holy water cuts through this screen like butter. Death time.
Alright, not death time for somebody, not for you, right?
Death time for death. We're through.
Hey, he still burned off most of those hearts by the end.
Yeah.
We're in the last set of 3, right?
Yes, sir. We're in the clock tower, or at least we're heading to it. We'll be in it in a second. As long as Fred and the rest of the Bat Beetles don't tear us apart.
Yes, I can't remember me. I was the boss at the first part of the game.
Yeah. Now here I am. Like, all 5 of me. Fred, please. Please be cool, Fred. Okay. Thank you. Means I can do the fun tricks here. Oh, maybe not. Nope, I missed it. And I'm gonna lose the hit. Oh well. Up the stairs. Got that one though. Will you get over here, dude?
Movement of those bones is just so weird. It's like
Yeah.
nothing like that in any game I've seen before.
Oh, you jerk. Oh. We should be alright.
Just pauses underneath you for no reason.
On to Dracula. Oh no, that was too late. Oh, that's bad. That's worse. Oh, buddy.
So did that number disappear?
Yep. They both did. I didn't need to take that hit. I knew that was coming too. There's nothing I could do about it.
Ouch.
It's okay. I didn't want to die.
Just a little heart grinding. Make sure you got plenty of stuff for this.
Yeah. I didn't even want to have to go back a second time. I just never got the big whip. But if you stop, like, you'll mess up the whole pattern. So, kind of got to do this in one go if you go. I have
Yeah, okay.
super hearts now. Huh. Nice. Knock me into it.
Well, there we go.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
I've seen people try to learn this fight, and this just seems like an absolutely killer boss for a little kid.
Tripler and 19 hearts? You ain't moving. I'm gonna make sure of it. Done. Oh wow, 1540. That's too bad.
Oh, hey, GG. We got through it.
Yep. Not the worst. I mean, I could have gone much worse, but, you know. Around to Kickmaster. This is a story about a guy named Thonolin who watched his castle destroyed and then his brother killed immediately after. So he goes out to kick some butt. And that's what we're doing. I like stories that are easy to tell.
It's a pretty easy story, and the way that you level up here is very unique, correct?
Yep. Every enemy we kill, you'll see some drops come flying out of it, maybe. They're actually every other frame on the visual, so they may not always appear. But these drops will RNG vary between EXP, magic points, score, which is relatively worthless, and health sometimes even 1-ups. It's not that bad. I missed that. Bloody, well, then I'll take the 10.
This is what we call like the grinding part of the speedrun, right?
Yes, sir. The first level more than the rest, but really, well, the first 2 levels are pretty grindy. But once we have knee slam, it just looks better. I missed both of them. That's not good.
And you're talking about knee slam. It's whenever you do gain a level, you gain another ability too, correct?
Yes, sir. Every 1000 EXP, you'll gain a level, and every level will unlock a different unique ability. The first one is knee slam. 930 with the witch is pretty good. Here's the first boss. She's the witch. Now we have knee slam, and knee slam is what makes the world go around in this game. It will 1 or 2 shot almost everything that isn't a boss. Here we go. If I can hit it, it's probably going down right now.
Yeah, knees and elbows, like the 2 hardest parts of the body. People don't always think about it unless you really understand fighting.
I like the magical momentum cancel it gives you too. Just, you stop moving vertically, just drive straight to the ground. This attack will allow me to stun lock bosses as well. You'll see that a lot coming up here. I don't really know. We're on our way to a palace controlled by the evil woman that destroyed our home, and all of these stops are on the way. That's really all I know about this story. This game is so much fun to play. Like, if you've never played Kickmaster for the NES, it's actually quite a joy. It's a lot more fun even like when you're not speedrunning it, because then you get to look around and actually farm up EXP and get all the really cool endgame attacks. But, you know, knee slam will suffice.
So what are we going to see next after knee slam here?
We're about to get the slide. The slide is why we don't really need anything else after it. Quite literally. Oh, there it is. There we go.
Thank you, Froggos.
And this is one of the coolest boss sprites on the NES. Check out Wolf Girl here.
She's got just a bunch of dogs. They're not very happy.
Oh no. I'm not very happy either. But... no. Oh no. No! Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh no.
Oh, the fury.
Chat comment that bears repeating. I went to a kick party and someone in the washroom gave me a strange insult, and now I'm kicking Demon Bleep in an undead forest rave, man.
Nice. I really should have just healed.
Oh, you lost time, but did you lose anything else?
Just time. maybe a little bit of pride. I don't know. Alright, on to level 3. This is the cave. You're gonna see a lot of sliding coming into play now. Because I only need to gain 1,000 EXP for the rest of the run. There's an example of knee slam stun locking a boss.
That dude did nothing to you.
If you get good at knee slamming bosses in this game, you can speedrun it for real.
And the death and like continue mechanics are pretty generous, right?
Very generous, very friendly. Well, death not so much. Like you have to go back to set checkpoints. Sometimes deaths can be really painful.
I do like the bosses that you just zoom through. Like, sorry, dude.
That was actually the boss of the level right there.
Nice.
Alright, we're in level 4 now. We're probably going to take a death here after we get the spell. We're going to do a little bit of farming just for some extra MP and a lead on our EXP if we can get one. Doesn't seem like the game wants to give me any EXP though. There's a 50. A little late though. Now we're going to drop into this nice, convenient little death hole and get our health back. If you know where like the death checkpoints are, you can really abuse it, like to get free heals and stuff.
Here's
nice.
Now here we're starting to see you actually use some of the magic. I mean, you've used a little bit of it before, but here you're shooting at a lot of those birds and stuff just to clear the path for you.
Yeah, those birds are aggravating.
You know, birds here are not aggravating.
Are there ever birds in any game that aren't aggravating? Oh no. Oh. He didn't seem too thrilled about me jumping on his forehead. I can't say I blame him. On the ship, this is my favorite level in the game.
Are you sure?
Maybe. Oh no, I lost it. Huh. Oh, I thought he'd be dead. That's what I get.
You got him a nice little convenient hit point refill there too.
Another boss goes down. This is the part of Kickmaster that really moves fast, because really we're just flying through killing bosses. I really doubt I can one-cycle this boss.
Yeah, having not played it, it's hard for me to say much, but I think
Oh, we
those
got it!
bubbles-
Oh no, we lost it with the bubble! I had a one-cycle. I wanted it too. Ah, bubbles.
It's the bubbles.
Yeah, these bubbles in this game are the worst. We'll be revisiting these bubbles in the last level, and yeah. Didn't need to do that, just wanted to. I have extra mana. Oh my god, that almost killed me. Okay. Game decided I got hit by something up there. I didn't need to make it too much further to the checkpoint anyway.
Yeah, you don't have to see yourself getting killed. The game just is letting you know it happened.
Yeah, it got me there again too. I should have known that was there. This was where I was trying to get to. This is pretty much when you're safe. Take that 50.
Learning what the symbols actually are is probably a pretty important part of learning this run.
Yes, sir. It ends up being that way. But it's not too complicated. There's only like 3 different varieties, I think. The 1-up is like really super obvious. It says 1-up, you know.
And the one that you take damage from, where it's got like the skull and crossbones.
These things have one of the most appropriate sound effects ever. The screeching harpies are just brutal, man. Did you hear that?
I mean, I didn't, but I can imagine.
That's right, you don't have access to the sound, huh?
No, but it's fun. You get to hear some real-life harpy screeching. Because harpies are something that exists in real life.
Like, from everything I've ever read about these things, like from lores and stuff, that's an appropriate sound effect for a harpy. It's one of the most grating sounds I've ever heard. It gives me a headache.
Yeah, you know, people write like fanfics, make out vampires to be good guys and stuff like that. That's no equivalent for a harpy.
Nope.
Because everyone hates harpies.
Put my foot in your behind.
This is kind of a boss rush here, right?
Yeah, I gotta kill 3 more bosses on this 1 HP bar. Oh, I have a ton of magic. Let's spend a little bit of it.
Yeah, you do have a heal spell, right?
Yeah, 2 of them. I used the little heal for 60. Should be enough. There's double front kick at 3,000. We're gonna actually use this. Big spider, the boss of level 7. This is a really cool boss, I always felt like.
One spider is just in the corner reviving.
Got him. Alright. On to the last level. We are now in Belzet's tower. That is the woman that had our castle home destroyed. This level's hard, y'all, so wish me luck.
Yeah, good luck. Any level where you just have to go up a bunch, not big in my book.
Alright, we did get the earthquake spell out of that last boss, the spider boss, which is basically time stop. And you're gonna see me use that all through this level. You can just go ahead and kill me. That's fine. We should be good. Wrong attack, huh?
Small minor death refill. No big deal.
Pretty much. Alright. Oh, I didn't hit the precision jump there. Alright. Let's stop him right in midair and kick him in the backside. Let's go. Remember when I said we would be revisiting these bubbles? Here we go.
Yes, things that we love in game design. Bubbles and having to jump up a bunch with very little durability above.
Game just burned like 30 of my mana.
It kept making you cast that over and over. That's a nice way to skip those guys. They can't even appear if you earthquake them, I guess.
Yep. Right. Final boss chamber. We're almost to King's Bounty.
Alright, here we go.
Actually, I'm worried now. Didn't need that thing to hit me twice.
So enjoy watching all the different shapes they turn into while you're kicking them.
Feeling better about my situation now. Buddy. Don't you get all feisty on me. Alright, girl. We're just gonna keep her frozen right here. You don't get to move anymore.
There we go. That ability is not broken
GG.
at all.
Earthquake is pretty busted. Alright.
GG.
Now we have King's Bounty coming up here.
The real hot jams coming in.
Here we go, huh? There's a couple of things I got to do for setup here. I do need to open a tracker in the background. Just take me just a second. And our final run. So we're on to King's Bounty, where Aaron here is fellow world record holder for this game. And he's going to explain many things to you here as we get started.
Absolutely. Well, King's Bounty is randomized, which is a very weird thing for an older game. So we have to figure out where a lot of stuff is. So you see Schmidtty checking all these chests, doing a whole bunch of looks to find where things are, where you normally might not expect that out of somebody who should just know the game, but there's no knowing the game because there's something like was it 15, 16,000 different seeds of this game?
Yeah.
Some crazy amount.
That's a lot. Oh, the early articles. Nice.
Yes, Articles of Nobility. This gives us an extra 2,000 gold every week that passes in game from the king. And we're going to need that. We need money.
Turn undead out of this. Is that a recruitable giant there that I just saw?
That is a recruitable giant. I do not recall ever seeing one of those in the first world before.
Forest map and Rob at Portalus.
Alright, yeah, getting the map early is a very big deal. Looks like you had to take a second there to fix your tracking.
What happened?
Oh, sorry, it just paused for a second. I assumed it was something to do with tracking.
I'm still going to check chests, though, because we don't have race control available. Time Stop in Riverton. We'll be going there a whole bunch.
Yeah, starting as the mage character, everything you do here is really governed by magic. We need certain spells to appear, and we don't really use offensive magic. It's more like outside of battle magic that's really important.
Resurrect in Kingshaven. It's not good.
Yeah, checking these towns to see what spells are there is just absolutely vital to be able to know where you can buy them, because you'll need to buy them en masse later in the game.
So we're getting to one of my favorite castle names in any game, Wanklefort, where Murray is.
So we'll be coming back to good old Wanklefort before too long.
Yeah, he's the first villain. This is looking bad. Well, we got both artifacts. If I had access to raise control, I would be done checking boxes.
Yeah, spells that we would look for, there's a few specifically, but race control is extremely important. In an actual, world record attempt speedrun, you'd probably just, reset the game if you don't get it.
Oh, 100%. Raise control is necessary. And one of the gates.
But there's ways around it.
Yeah.
People have beat this game without doing it. Even speedruns, I think it took probably within the last year or so before that became a big speedrun strat early on.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that's right. We're done checking. We found race control, but I don't have any gates, so we're going to have to make the most of that.
Yeah, so now Schmidtty's just tagging the remaining areas to make sure that if he has to warp to them, that he can with the Castlegate spell. Yeah, cancel the boat. That's a little sneak to get to warp over to this last castle here.
Hey. We don't have to go to Castle Azram, but No gates, dude. No gates. Okay.
Well, you got Town Gate, right? Just not Castle Gate?
No. No gates. Unless I missed it.
I think Riverton had Town Gate.
Riverton had time stop. I'm pretty sure.
I might have looked at it.
So did Pathsend, for that matter. I'm trying to burn spells right now. Getting these useless spells out of my inventory. Hey, we're gonna get them all nice. Now we can give up. And with the articles, we're gonna wait, and we're gonna make a lot of money. And that's why I like finding the articles early. We're gonna make a ton of money right now. And we're going up pretty far, because...
Yeah, we saw time stop, so we can delay and not have to pay our army so often. That's the nice thing about time stop. But without Town Gate, it's going to take a little time to walk to all the castles that we need to walk to.
Yeah, Wankel Fort's pretty far. Let's see.
Just speaking about the different levels of randomization, the spells in every town except for the starting town are randomized every time. Which villain is in which castle is randomized within each continent in each playthrough. Now we see Schmidtty throwing out the race control spells to get the biggest army he can out of the king right now.
Yep. Problem is, we gotta do some walking here. And we're gonna have to fight. We're going to Mill Slag first. We're gonna take care of Hack the Road. This is actually faster than going around with a boat. Yeah, time stops in Riverton. 7 spells, hey, I'll take that.
And there we go. If you look at the top right corner, now it says time stop instead of the date. And you can load up on those. Time stop will continue to tick down over time, but if you touch the desert at all, it instantly ends.
Yeah. Touch sand, it'll just go down to 0 and time will keep moving. Okay, that should be enough time stop to let me at least get through what I need to get through here. And the reason I want time stop up is so that my raise control doesn't fall off. My raise control spells will fall off at the end of the week. So we have to...
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Are you saying he's spitting rhymes?
Oh, he's talking about Hack's bounty picture, I think.
Yeah, this game is based off of an MS-DOS game. This is a port, and some of the images are fairly basic, but all the characters actually have quite a backstory if you dig into the instruction manual.
Yeah, they actually do. The instruction manual is impressive. Alright, we're going to go on to Wankel Fort and take on Murray. Not having any gates is kind of a bummer, but...
Yeah, again, another scenario where in a full speedrun world record attempt, you're probably resetting here, but
yeah,
really no need right now.
We would have reset no gate, yeah, for sure.
And there are still 15 towns left in the game, so we still have a chance to find them before the end, where it would be particularly painful.
I'm gonna gamble, and I really shouldn't. But I think we got enough to take Canagor. But it's gonna make me go back to Huntersville, basically, to get more troops.
I kind of figured that was the plan. Just finish them off, die, and restart. We got those ghosts in the top left corner. Those guys are scary.
Yeah, we gotta take great care around them. One of the worst things that can happen.
Yeah, they have a mechanic where they will gain 1 troop for every troop of yours they kill. So if you send those militia units, the ones we have 200 of that direction, they have very low hit points, and those ghosts, pretty much in any number, will wind up with your entire militia stack.
I have gotten careless and ended up with 8,000 ghosts or something. It was ridiculous. It was actually one of the most hilarious defeats of my life.
At that point, you just have to kind of shrug because there's no way you're ever beating that.
It was self-inflicted. I couldn't even complain about it. I just wasn't paying attention. You know? We don't win this, do we?
I think you got it.
Okay. Canigore is pretty brutal. We're gonna go ahead and take this. I'm gonna fight this guy, just get him out of the way, since this is gonna become an important place later on. It's always good to have a home castle in this game, just in case you find some flying units somewhere, or you need a place to store some troops. Okay, no more time stop here. Well, you know what? I'm gonna buy all of these. And our next contract will be Rob, because Rob is in Portalus. Thank you. Isn't there a fight down here? I swore there was.
Are you gonna pop some more race control spells before you go back, or?
Nah, don't need to.
Oh, that's right. They stay through death.
Yeah, they persist. They are only canceled by the week. Alright, full load again. Oh, I should have. Well, that's how much promotion's worth.
Depending on the character you pick, after capturing a certain amount of villains, you get promoted by the king, which allows you at the first promotion to get cavalry units and the second promotion to get knight units, which are both pretty good, but they're incredibly expensive.
Yeah, knights are pretty expensive. Cavalry is about the most expensive thing I'm willing to spend, a lot of money on. I think overall knights they end up not being worth it unless you can teleport them around.
Well, they are a good, in case you don't get the instant army spell in late in the game, they're kind of your default backup.
Yeah, that's true. Having cavalry just makes this kind of brain dead, huh?
Yeah, they move really, really fast. And I don't think we mentioned it before, but the particular category we see for this game is called progression percent. The category, what this means is that you have to conquer every single villain and get him captured before you leave the continent. So even though he's got the map, he can't leave until he captures all of the villains, or it'll invalidate the run.
Yep. So now we're gonna go to Jono. That's why we were so uptight about finding a gate, because this just lets us teleport around, because it's a lot of travel in this game. Like, any way you slice it, you're gonna be going places, and it's nice to teleport,
And as far as the randomization is concerned, the actual map itself doesn't change. So the castles are always in the same place, the towns are always in the same place, just what's inside of them can be randomized.
It's really interesting how well they did this on the Sega Genesis, Like a randomizer within a game. Surprised I had never played this before you introduced me to it.
Yeah, this was kind of at the peak of New World computing before. I think they sold out to like 3DO or something, and then this game itself is actually the predecessor to the Heroes of Might and Magic series.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't think I can get where I'm going from there, can I?
You could walk around a fjord from the right side if you go a little ways down, I think.
Yeah, through paths and that area, you're right. Kinda like Time Stop, it lets us do what we want.
Like, sorry, my man, I'm just gonna cut through real quick.
The big deal with the promotion was that it increased our magic power a lot, which, Time Stop is now giving us 50 instead of 20 per usage. And it also gives us more spell slots, which, yeah, we're going to be time stopping it up because I don't want to make repeated trips for race control.
Yeah, both of those things are huge because of the way that the game backloads all this stuff. Like, the different promotions, the increase in spell power, the increase in spell slots is really back-weighted for every class, but just getting the mage and having all that stuff early, and the other classes don't really have a chance to even compare, honestly.
Yeah, even if you figure out a good way to get magic with one of the other classes, within like, you'd have to get it done in like 2 or 3 minutes to even have a chance to keep up with the sorcerer strats right now. Everything would have to go right. I'm gonna garrison everybody and run around with my cavalry. Actually, you know what? I can just give up and leave, huh?
Yep.
Good call. Alright. So, since I have time stop, we're just gonna take 39 cavalry. That makes me feel safe for right now. Because time stop, we'll get Moradon's contract just to have it, and hopefully there are some gate spells in the forest, because that's where we're going. Map 2. Clone spell immediately. Just kick me in the teeth, huh?
And Clone's actually kind of fun in a casual play. It doesn't work quite as well as the Resurrect spell, but the enemies don't have to actually die first, or the allies, so that helps.
Castlegate.
Nice. Yeah, casting that spell will transport you to any castle that you've already been to, which is why you want to kind of tag all of them, because you never know what's going to be closest to what you're looking for, especially late in the game.
We are looking for a new map. The Archipelia map will be here. Castle Y has Ronaldus Drybone. And Bargash is at Duvok. So they're both in the inners, huh? That's rare.
Yeah, the ideal scenario here is that all of the villains are in the 4 closest castles, and you don't have to go to the very far one to the southeast or the very far one to the northeast.
Hey,
and
3 for 3.
Good deal.
Moradon's at Jean. Who's at Mooseway? Ah. Couldn't be that nice, huh?
Yeah, and Forestia here actually shows a very big difference between the strategies that I use and the strategies that you use in this, which I think we've both been kind of informed as we've bounced back and forth with the world record in this category quite a bit. But there's a few things you can do that makes the game casually a little bit more easy, whereas someone like Schmidtty here, who has never really played it much casually, he's mostly just been speedrunning it, not necessarily focused on, like, the ability to check towns to see who's where.
Yeah, there is a collect information system in this game that I've never learned how to use, and I really should, because it's much faster than what I do. At least it can save me time. I'm just gonna give up. That is a long way back.
Okay, yeah, by the time you sail down there, it's pretty much the same deal.
This is like casino music. When this game's going poorly, you don't hear anything. But when the game's going well, you jam out to this music.
So, to answer a question in chat unrelated to this game, I think you need to think about what day today is as far as the PogChamp emote goes, and I expect it to not be there tomorrow.
Yeah. I was gonna make a joke about how I didn't know how to play any of these games, and I totally forgot. I can't fight here. What am I doing? Ugh, this is such a mess, dude.
This is, you might not think about it this way, like, I'm just going to say, but to me, this is the fun of this being a speedrun, is that there's, you have to figure it out. Like, the game doesn't give you everything the way that you would like, whereas normally in a speedrun, you do it a specific way.
Yeah. I went all the way there just to have to come all the way back. So you know what? We're gonna go the other way that I never go. Just
well, there's some chests on the top too.
Yeah,
so.
Maybe it'll be up here. We've already found the anchor, so we got the cheap boat mouse.
I think of all of the continents, Continentia actually has the worst free chest to chest blocked by something ratio. Forestia is kind of right behind it. The last two, you can get most of the different chest locations in those islands without having to fight anything.
Yeah.
Without having time stop spells and maneuvering around stuff like that.
There's the Archie map. How did that work out? Alright.
Thanks, game, for...
yeah, that's fortuitous right there. Wow.
Thanks for not being worse than it could be.
So turn undead here as well.
There are a few enemy villains here who have a lot of undead magic.
Oh, yeah.
It's our undead troops where having turn undead can really help. It's the most damaging spell in the game, but it only works against 4 units.
Yeah, but one of those 4 units is ghosts, and that's what I use it for.
Right.
Still no town gate, but at least we got castle gate. And I mean, before I even go here, I should just go get my troops. Let's not be dumb. Where is my raise control spell? L.
Yeah, Lakeview, the furthest possible.
Dude. That is as far away as it can be. I need to go get time stop either way, so we just gotta burn the time. It's not negotiable.
I'm thinking with Castlegate, what would be closer? I guess Kankamar would be pretty good.
Yeah. I could have just Castlegated here and walked up to Riverton, huh?
Could have walked up to Riverton from the main castle.
Shows you where my head's at, right? Okay.
That's all the fun stuff that happens when you have to think too much about the game. Yeah, I think Kankamar should be good. But you have to go there first for the race control spells.
Actually,
Or I guess you still have it active. That's right.
Yeah. We should be fine with this total. I'm just worried about my money.
Yeah, the castle troops are incredibly convenient. All the other places where you find troops, they have a maximum amount of that you can recruit in their area, but the castle here lets you recruit as much as you can possibly recruit.
Yeah.
The problem is they're also the most expensive troops in the game for what they do.
We knew this fight was coming.
Game has some red flags. You're talking about the stuff on the castle there, on the town?
I think he's talking about speedrunning red flags like we're running into here. Alright, now we're gonna fight Moradon.
Well, it is a game where you have to think about marathon safety a lot. I've mentioned that a bunch as a joke, but in this one, there's definitely some stuff that you have to keep in mind.
Yeah. This game can really, like, throw you over a barrel if you're not paying attention. It's done it to me numerous times. I think a run's going sparkling, and then I just am dead. What? Oops. I didn't know that was a thing, kind of a deal.
Yeah, it is very randomized, and I don't think people always see that as being a thing, but it does. There is that potential for confusion and finding the stuff that you need to find.
That's the one I don't have. We'll do Bargash, Castlegate to Duvok. Oops. I think I'm actually going to garrison Duvok.
Just get rid of those peasants so you stop almost mismenuing on them.
just get these peasants out of here. So we're fighting Bargash Eyesore and his army anyway. And as we progress, every boss will get a little bit stronger, with the exception of 2 that are oddly flipped over in Archipelia. I am talking about Macinwork.
Yeah, because the second guy there has dragons in his army and tends to be a little scarier.
Oh, Mac is like on the power scale, just much stronger. Mac's almost as strong as Renault or Nikolai. With those dragons. He's right there. But by then we have the murder hobos, so it's kind of irrelevant.
Have you seen Instant Army yet?
I have not. It's starting to become concerning, yeah.
There's two different ways you can kind of approach the end game here, and one is you have the Instant Army spell, and the other one is you don't. And the you don't version tends to be a lot more expensive.
Yeah. We're gonna fight Ronaldus just because we can. Knock this guy out with our turn on dead spell. Now those demons you see on the screen, those things are a huge, huge problem. Any number of them are always like first target priority because they have a small chance of cutting your numbers completely in half. And that's not cool. Yes,
demons can ruin an entire run if they get particularly aggressive. And there's not a whole lot you can do about it because it's something like a base 10% chance that they'll just attack you, and when it shows the damage on your troop, it just says half. In big old capital letters.
Yeah, and half your people are just gone. Those demons take them home, and that's it. Should have saved a turn on dead spell, but they seem to be everywhere out here. Besides, we're almost out of men again. Demon's pretty tough, huh?
Yeah, I think they have the second most hit points of any enemy in the game next to dragons. Dragons are just colossally overpowered. It's not even like maybe if you had the choice to recruit as many dragons as possible, you would always recruit as many dragons as possible. But it just doesn't work out that way.
Yeah. So I have plenty of time to stop up now. Oh, buddy. Running out of castle gates, though. We're gonna have to stop at Woods End on our way around.
No, it's fine. You probably have to sail over there anyway, since you didn't tag that castle and can't warp to the town.
Yeah, I didn't go in there. I was hoping I wouldn't have to.
I guess you could warp to John and walk there, but you'd probably have to hit 3 fights.
Probably still be faster than sailing all the way around, but I need the castle gates anyway. I might not find them somewhere else, so... Oops.
Yes, and again, to keep going back to the comment about this being a randomizer and all that, Schmidtty and I have talked about trying to race this, but we'd have to get on the same seed, and that would involve, like, starting the game and saving it, and there's a very basic way you could probably set up a randomizer for this game that would be amazing, if, only I knew how to do it.
Yeah, I lack some coding skills myself.
Did you, miss that Castlegate town?
I did. Dude. I'm thinking in my head, like, what I need to get done here. And I'm just not thinking about the important stuff, apparently. We need to stop here and get some spells, by the way. How about, like, 9 of those?
I would normally just kind of sit here and chuckle about that, but yeah. I figured I'd throw it out since, marathon.
That would have come back to haunt me, but it's really not all that far away. Wait a minute. That confused me. I must have found the map before then. Yeah, we found it on the top side after I died. That's right.
Yeah, you just straight up missed that one, actually.
Alright, let's kill some stuff. This is a mandatory fight whether you have time stop up or not. The only way you can get around this is if you have flight, which we're not going to have for a while. That's more of a 100% thing.
Yeah, flight it's weird because we talk about progression percent, and it sounds like a really these are people who've had too much time on their hands playing this game to come up with this sort of weird category. I don't know who came up with the category. I'm actually still sort of new to this, but yeah, this is all about trying to beat the game quote unquote legitimately rather than in 100%, where you find a map, bolt to the next island over and over until you get to the last one. and then demolish the entire first half of the game with overpowered last continent troops.
Yeah, you get like 4 dragons, you can beat like all of the first continent. It's so stupid. Don't dragons heal too?
No, dragons don't heal.
Really?
The only they just have 200 hit points, which like
Oh.
the next highest has 50. So it's really hard to kill one.
Might as well be able to heal, it feels like it. Oh, no gates. We are like desperately looking for town gate right now. Desperately looking for town gate. This is Archipelia, there's a lot of water here.
5 little islands. That one's the smallest and the easiest because there's no enemies on it.
Well, that's about as quick as a Sahara maps I've ever seen. Oh, I don't need the boat. Well, there's instant army. That's at least helpful.
It'll make the end of the game a little bit quicker.
Right? Hey, free castle gate spell.
Can't complain about that.
Free town gate spells for free. Weight comes off my shoulders, thank you.
It helps a little bit, although with the castle gate and the stuff that you have,
I'm just gonna
set
check
up,
this
it
real
probably
quick.
would be fine even if you couldn't find them at this point.
Oh, the book. The book is one of the best artifacts in the game.
Yeah, it doubles your current spell amount. Actually, the other artifact here is really good too. The crown, which doubles your leadership, whether or not you have raised control on or not.
I believe it also doubles leadership gains from raised control.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant to say when I was saying that.
That's crazy. Crown of Command just makes you explode. That's why the last 2 bosses on this continent are so much harder than the first 2. No gates, dude. Just the 3.
There are still technically 3 towns in the last continent, but desire to go find them probably isn't really high. But I think we've right now we're in kind of we already got the thing for the next one, so we're just gonna kill some guys, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take on Ragface right now. Oh wait, turn undead. Get rid of these ghosts before they become a nightmare, because they will. Believe that. Yeah, knock out some skeletons. I'm gonna use up turn undead spells on this fight because we need to, really.
And you'll see that the AI is very predictable in this game.
Yeah,
They will always, when they move, if there is an enemy next to them, they generally move in your direction, but sometimes they just do really stupid things and it doesn't make any sense.
They will always attack your ranged troops also. Like, all of them seem to prioritize a ranged unit over anything else.
Yeah, but if they're adjacent to you already, they will not move. Whereas you usually, have that like thought process where you might, they just straight up won't. They'll sit there and attack whoever looks weakest.
I have a problem here.
Yeah, those vampires. We talk about ghosts being able to absorb troops. Vampires actually heal themselves by killing your troops. So they're very difficult to beat unless you have an overwhelming force, and that's not what we have here.
Yeah, we don't win that. That's alright though. You know what? I'm going to use one of my town gate spells to go to Lakeview. I need to stop doing that, man.
Alright, and this being mentioned in chat, we are only $55.80 away from the next incentive
Awesome.
towards the, and all this money being raised is going towards Child's Play. So there's a link in chat if you want to click and look and see what there is to potentially get incentivized for. I think then the next one, is that still for tonight or is that for tomorrow?
It's for tonight, I believe. Speaking of overwhelming force, we're about to recruit like 1,000 militia. And as many cavalry as I can buy. We're gonna Castlegate straight back to Lorsch. We're gonna knock out Ragface once and for all.
Alright, yeah, cavalry are not particularly strong, but the weird kind of mechanic about this game is that weaker enemies tend to be stronger at equal leadership amounts. So the militia actually hit really hard.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
they don't.
Really do.
I think cavalry, their damage range is like 2 to 4, and militia is 1 to 2. So they're only doing twice as much damage as the militia, who have somewhere around, what is it, 30 times the amount of people.
Yeah, it's crazy how effective it is. So,
Now, we're only rolling with, what, like 5 race controls total being active. It can get really, really insane.
it's about to. It's about to.
Yeah, and at this point, Schmidtty is looking for the next promotion, which will happen with one more villain caught. And once that's done, you can get to the final tier. And it just so happens that the instant army spell is what unit it gives you is governed by what your rank is. So that the next level makes the instant army spell incredibly useful.
Oh, you're not kidding. Right now, we could have pulled out some green archers that you saw on the other team there, elves, at this level, and those are actually really effective still. But once you're at full promotion, you're an archmage. There is no substitute for murder hobos. Like, the druids are just way too strong. Oh, here we go. Down to work.
Good deal.
That's exciting. Oh, I don't have the shield. That's why I'm taking so much damage. It's like, why are my cavalry getting just completely destroyed? That's why.
Yeah, the shield, as he mentioned, the artifact actually decreases the amount of damage you take by half, and it's just extraordinarily good in that regard. But
I have just enough to get through there. Yeah. Just
it's fine. Yeah, because you don't need the army anymore. Now you just have to kind of. Well, no, we got a little dungeon thing. Now I guess you can't fight anybody out of that. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the only thing I can think of. Just go straight down here and walk into somebody. There's gotta be someone down here, right? There we go. Just give up those troops. How much money do I have? Enough. Okay. Race control at L. Instant army at C.
The tracking in this game is fun in that because this is from an MS-DOS game, they made it real easy that you would just have to type in the first letter of the town or castle to warp to them. So you just do that instead. Schmidtty, I think you missed something.
Did I? What did I miss?
I think you forgot to grab your promotion.
Oh, really? You're probably right. But whatever, this will still work.
Yeah, elves are still good enough. They're going to do a ton of damage. So they're a little bit odd in that their range damage is, I think, 2 to 4 as well, which is just so much higher than what you kind of expect.
Solve that problem. Alright, let's go. What else? Man, Lakeview is just so far away.
And Kankamar isn't too far away from it if you need to. It's just a town out there.
Yeah, that's close to something good. This is the pain of not having Town Gate, dude. Oh, and I just used it to go to Centrap. That's great. And I have out of control.
So we're gonna let Schmidtty get some time to kind of recover himself, but that's what happens if you do not have enough leadership for the troops that you get, which if you recruit them normally, it won't let you go over the amount, but there's ways that you can kind of butcher that, which just sort of saw. So he's going to get enough raise control spells to be able to wield the army he's about to recruit, and then we will see him kind of go through and just absolutely demolish these enemies here in Archipelago.
We have a much bigger problem. That entire murder hobo stack is sitting outside of the town that I buy instant army from.
Well, the good news is you can't teleport there, so you won't accidentally teleport on top of them, I guess.
That hurts so much, dude. Ugh. Disappointment. It's alright though, we're still doing alright.
It's just very easy in this game to have things like that happen. If you really want to, you can kill that stack. It will give you an obscene amount of money if you do, because the game factors in the money based off of the troops that you kill.
I just need to make sure I'm within control once I'm done with this.
So the druids here, the unit that Schmidtty is calling murder hobos, I think we all kind of like to call them that, and they have a lightning spell that does a ton of damage, but their physical attack's pretty good too.
See, they're hitting the druids instead of the peasants. 273k, we'll take that money. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Don't have to worry about money the rest of the game. You could actually make money by doing this sort of thing, but I don't know why you would want to.
Tsar Nikolai's right here, so we'll just knock him down. Erase a 67 stack knights with just this murder hobo stack. Druids are so strong. Instant army plus raise control is basically game over.
Yeah, they are designed to be a ranged unit. Like, the idea is that you're going to use the lightning spell with them and zap people and not physically run into them. They still do, I think, 2 to 3 damage in melee. And since you have such high numbers, and they have, I think, 30 hit points, something like that, that they tend to take a bit of hits too, so.
We're going to Gubar. Huh. Hey, there's the crown. What do you know?
Nice. Yeah, that doubles all the race control stuff, which makes this process a little bit easier. We'll probably see Schmidtty have to indulge here a few more times to get the most amount of druids possible to kind of clear the end, but having a 1k stack makes this a pretty confident endeavor.
Yeah, like, we just basically erase whatever is coming towards us. And that includes this guy, really. Like, let's knock out the giants. Just destroy the dragons, they're gone.
Yeah, for the actual technical aspect of it, the lightning spell does normally 10 times your spell power, but when a unit uses it, it's 10 times the unit number. So he's doing over 10,000 damage to whatever he uses lightning on.
Yeah, it's crazy. Alright, on to Saharia. We might be able to recover a little bit of this, please. Wow. Game. Just hurt me. Uh-oh, please. Oh, it's the best thing that's happened all day.
So the thing about the flying units is that when you have them, you can fly, and that makes exploring the game a ton easier. Unfortunately, it's not something that you can really do to the end of the game unless you just get really lucky, which can happen.
Like, getting it, like, on the first drop in Archie is about the best I've seen. Wow, why do I have so many time stop spells? Oh, I've been just absorbing time stop this entire time, you know? I shouldn't need any more. Alright. Well, it's Castlegate to Rye again. See, now I can fly, and that really does change everything.
Yeah, flying, I think, moves a little bit faster. It lets you not have to fight things. You can't land anywhere you want. You have to land in actual grass. But it's still a pretty good deal, just overall. And yeah, it's a big stack of demons, but probably not going to be fighting too much.
No.
And right now,
Good.
I'll say right now, Schmidtty is going back through the previous continents to find whatever artifacts he missed. Because part of this, you also have to still play the game 100%, which means finding all of the puzzle pieces, and all of the puzzle pieces in the game are hidden with either the villains that we're definitely going to take down or the artifacts.
The only artifact we have left over here is the shield, which is really nice to have, not gonna lie.
Yeah, most of the artifacts are fairly good. There's a couple of kind of like the anchor decreases the ring supposedly reduces the RNG range in your favor, but I have no idea how to.
Yeah, but we can't confirm that, and as far as we know right now, like, the ring is worthless or useless. But if it does do that, like, it's got to do something.
Yeah, the anchor, that the other item that was in this one, reduces your ship cost per week from 500 to 100 gold, which is nice, but not, like, good.
Oh, this is for real. It's gonna be all the way down here in tail check, huh?
And again, this is where the RNG of the game really comes in, because you just have to dig and look and hope to find. There it is. So
yeah, found the shield.
Bad, but not terrible.
That's kind of rough, dude. We're going into 50 minutes. This is easily the longest run of this I've had since we've come back. Of course, it would happen on the live show, right? It wouldn't be fun if it wasn't going to give us some grief. Earthrax isn't Spokana. Let's go ahead and mark that down.
So yeah, Schmidtty here he's just tagging every palace that we can castle gate to them. And he's going to try to grab the two artifacts, like the sword here, which increases your damage output by 50%.
Yep. Glad I checked. Maguses and Zizzazaz, one of my favorite names. More druids that we don't really want. Right now, if I picked up another unit that doesn't fly, we would be unable to fly. And that could be bad. Come on, Pendant.
Yeah, the last item here, the Pendant, that increases your spell power by 5. Which, compared to some other stuff, doesn't sound great, but another 5 spell power is...
It's actually pretty substantial.
Yeah, it's a few less casts of whatever you're going to cast, so... This island is just a giant mountain, volcano-esque maze right in the center.
Is this really... This is going to be down by Uzar? No, it's not. Then where can it be? If it's not in the center.
Just a ton of desert. It's not... Well, there's one to the right here. Of Uzar. And then, which I don't think you saw yet.
We have one more town to check. If Towngate is not here, it will confirm something I always thought was possible and never wanted to be. So this has to be Towngate. Okay. Not that it matters now, but at least we know.
Oh, you didn't think that all the spells had to be available?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe it didn't have to be.
Yeah, I think there's the top right part of the mountains. I don't think you fully checked here either.
Game, please. And this is just sand up here. This is nothing, right?
I don't remember there being anything over here.
It's making my stomach hurt. Please.
Well, there we go. We found it. And then the last thing here, touching that desert loses the time control, or time stop, but we still got plenty. We're not going to really need that much more anyway. And I'll grab a couple more castle gates so you have everything. Probably switch out the troops so that you have your murder hobo stack. And then it's just cleaning up the final parts of the game, which you will see is not exactly easy.
Okay, so I've got, what, like 1,000 of these guys. Let's go to... Was it Sentrap that had my... Yeah, there we go. We're almost done. Almost done.
You normally play this game, you don't use these particular strats. This can be really tricky because the last guy in particular is just absolutely lethal.
Yeah. Am I fighting Eric?
Yeah, so you attacked the wrong guy.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. It's totally fine. You know why? Let's just make more. Gotta stay positive, man. Why did I go to Uzar? I wanted to go to Z and I went to U.
To put this run in perspective, I think when Schmidtty first got introduced to all of this, the world record I think was at like 55 minutes or something, and it had just been broke. It was just over an hour before that, so we've actually chopped this down quite a bit, but there's still so much room for like little mistakes that just cripple you.
Yeah. I've had several on this run, unfortunately. Goodness. Knock out the demons first, we'll send out our sacrificial peasants.
And, you know, straight up, the unit that's going to do the most damage to you normally are those archmages, but the demons, again, they can half your army, and that's 700-800 people.
Yeah, it just has too high of a, you know, slam potential if they actually get a hold of you. They get that half off on a druid stack, like, that can rip your whole endgame. Remember how I left Eric basically crippled and broken down there? Well, that's going to come in handy right now.
For the record, if you take out anybody and do not have the contract, it'll just reappear in a different castle with like a random amount of troops. So it can be a giant pain if you don't get it. Yep. Now we finished capturing all the villains. And the last thing to do is find where the scepter is hidden. The king's scepter is actually what we've been hunting the entire game. And probably haven't thought about it till now. We're looking at the puzzle pieces, and we'll figure out where it is and find it.
I think I know where this is, but I'm just going to look at something. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, there's an option you can use called Search the Area, which is something that you have to use to find the scepter. You can do it any part of the game, but you never find anything until you find the scepter.
Actually,
the any percent.
Yeah, the 80% run.
Yeah, the any percent run of this is literally load up the game, smash the menu to hit Search the Area, and if you don't immediately find the scepter, reset. because one of the locations it can be is directly in front of the castle at the beginning of the game.
You know where this is?
Yes, I do.
Figured. You've always been better at this part of it than me.
Well, I should say I have a pretty good idea, but I'm not 100% sure because it's anytime you see mountains and forest together, like, yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's for me. It's screaming like King's Haven, Riverton. And I'm wrong. It's not here. Archie, maybe. Could that be?
Do you want me to say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's on the bottom island in Archipelago.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, looking at it now. I think it's down here. Well, maybe not. That connecting forest is what's screwing up my head.
If not the bottom one, it might be the second one on the left. But I think it's kind of far to the left here. Oh, as far as the run is concerned, we're seconds away from finishing if we can just figure out where the stupid thing is.
Yeah, like it's the run is over if I can just get this puzzle piece. This connecting forest is what's messing my head up because I thought I knew where this was, now I don't. So it's just that tiny little piece, and there's nothing like that.
Yeah, that might be the lake under Endrix.
You think?
That's the next thing that pops in my head, at least.
Goodness gracious. You know, I just had an idea, and well, first I need to, you know, Towngate to, what was that? What is even that town called up there? I never go there.
The top right corner one?
Top left where Towngate was. Vengeance, Zezoizu are the other two. What's the third one?
Grimwald.
Yeah. Oh, we have no time stop now because I landed in a desert.
You got plenty of money.
Oh yeah, money's not a problem. What was it? Oh. Got it. GG.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was near John. Okay.
Yeah, it's by John. Wow, did that go all the way wrong on me or what? But we got it done. You know, hey. That's King's Bounty.
Yes, that is GG. That is the end of the run. Good job.
Yeah, that's done. I apologize for having King's Bounty go so sideways. That was actually like one of the worst case scenarios. No Towngate. Having to constantly travel to buy time stop. It was rough, dude. That's cool. We had fun, didn't we?
I hope so. I had fun.
Yeah, that was a good time. I was hoping to make up a little bit of the time of our overage, but I don't think we did that. So that's good though. But I really appreciate everyone coming out to support the cause. Thanks again for coming out. Big thanks to everyone running the show behind the scenes as well. Thanks for putting all of this on for us so that we have a place to come play some games and raise some money for a good cause. I'll be back tomorrow with the Guardian Legend run. That should be a really good time. Hopefully I'll see y'all around for that. Up next we have Retronica playing Majora's Mask, Rando. Wow, I'm gonna stick around and watch that too. Thanks again for having me, I really appreciate it. It was a fun ride doing these 5 games, and while I would have liked a slightly better result, good with it, man. Much love, thanks for having me. Oh, and thanks to everyone for all the big donations. They're going to a good cause. Child's Play is one of my favorite charities. So. Thanks again to Aaron for coming and hanging out with me, even though that was kind of a mess.